Now, for anyone who is getting into, who's just starting off their career life, whether they're joining the corporate world, they're getting into business, they're getting into self-employment, normally what would you want included in that career starter pack? You know, there should be this, there should be that. Yeah, possibly you could break that down for us before we get to the questions. Yeah,
that's a very good question. And we actually have a package called the Fresh Graduate Starter Pack.
Oh,
yeah. So immediately you finish university, and for me it's actually not. I would actually advise people, don't wait until you finish. You can even start, you can even start when you're a first year. But what that Fresh Graduate Starter Pack would entail is two types of CVs. So we have two types of CVs. So there's a modern CV and an ATS CV. 5 years ago, I mean, like, these things were not there. Yeah. But more and more, we're having organizations that, because of the high number of applicants, a human being cannot go through 1,000 CVs. So your CV is going to be vetted by a computer software before it lands the HR desk. So you need a CV that is going to pass that ATS software. That's an ATS CV. Then we have another CV called a modern CV. So that then if you ask me for my CV, I want to send you a document that is visually attractive, that is very short, because many hiring managers and recruiters are going to spend at most about like 6 seconds deciding whether they're going to continue reading your CV. So we don't have time for a CV that has 57 pages. You know, 2 pages is actually enough for you to put everything. So that CV is brief, it's straight to the point, it's visually attractive, it uses infographics. And when you get that CV, you have no choice. You have to call me for an interview. That's what, I'm trying to sell. So you need to have a modern CV that is visually attractive, and this other CV that you can use in case the organization you're applying to, like the UNs and the multinationals, that would have many applicants that you can use for that purposes. So that then, if you use the ATS CV to send to a human being, it might not give you the desires that you want. So having a modern CV and an ATS CV is very important. The other thing that's important is a LinkedIn profile. There are so many of us who still don't have a LinkedIn profile in 2022, which is criminal. You cannot afford not to have a LinkedIn profile in 2022, because every day they're hiring managers, they're recruiters on LinkedIn trying to look for talent. So the reason why some of us have not gotten the jobs we desire, are not paid as much as we should, is because you are sitting on a gold mine, but no one knows about you because you do not exist.
You are non-existent.
Yes. We are living in times where if you're not online, you literally don't exist. So if you're a professional and you do not have a LinkedIn profile, you are not existing. And it's one of the things you must, even when you're a first year in campus, you can have a LinkedIn profile that reads, I'm currently pursuing psychology. I'm a first year student, and I'm passionate about psychology because of XYZ. You can have a CV and a LinkedIn profile even as a first year student in campus. The other thing, of course, is a cover letter. Many hiring managers and recruiters are going to require that you have a cover letter. So for me, those 4 documents, at the bare minimum, are the ones that you should have as a fresh graduate.